Is it true this is your first ever fish and chips?
It's embarrassing, and I will come clean. This is my first ever fish and chips, and I'm going to taste it.
How did you get into the world of recruitment?
So I'm fairly new to recruitment. I joined Woo at the end of 2025. I have been in tech for over 20 years, so have been doing recruiting and participating in recruiting efforts for many, many years. I met Liran, our CEO, and I thought, I like this. And then met the team and have not stayed away. I've been going to lots of different conferences and just really getting to know everybody and realizing that it's a very, I guess you could say, small connected space where really everybody does know everybody.
What do you think is the single biggest challenge that recruitment agencies face right now?
Owning your niche is really important. It's, who are we? What are we amazing at, better than anybody else at? And how do I make sure that that stays the case, right? What do I need to do to protect my network to ensure that I'm owning who we are in this industry?
That comes into your candidate experience, the way you market yourselves, the content that you put out, how you prepare your candidates. My best clients at the moment have a real niche, and they do a very specific set of recruitment in whatever industry that may be. If someone was preparing for M&A, what do you think they should be doing?
Well, first and foremost, they should know their network. They should focus on their data and making sure that they're engaged with all of the records, right? All the people behind the records. I think you want to think in a lean way. How do I optimize what we're doing, our processes, our workflows? How do I make sure that the technology I'm using is actually helping us move things forward, that it's that we're allocating time for adoption?
Your overall tech cost is probably more than a full-time employee. If you think about the phone systems, the CRM, email, all the other add-ons that sit alongside of that, it's probably more than an employee. And yet you don't sit there on a Monday morning and review what data went into your system. You don't have a quarterly review to look at all of your tech to say, is this working or not? Is this delivering for what we need? Yeah. And actually, I think that's the shift that people need to take. They actually need to adopt, they need to understand the tech and spend the time and effort to manage it, use it, and hopefully get it adopted.
What would you say is your trend in recruitment?
For me, it is the improved search functionality. Like, there is now functionality where you can type in, I need a gas engineer in Shoreditch, and you're going to get a list. I found out a stat last week that the average recruiter spends 14.5 hours per week searching for candidates.
Wow.
14.5 hours.
And then they spend all that money on LinkedIn.
Yeah, we've got clients now who are running searches, automatically shortlisting, automatically asking them if they want to be put forward for this role within 20 minutes, right? Like, game changer.
What I'm also seeing is that there's a need for configurability. So it blends in very nicely to what you're saying. And what I think is particularly exciting for me at Woo is that we're sort of the data layer that allows that to work at scale. We can just sort of be that quiet layer that lets everything else work.
It all comes back to the data. Like, you're searching, your data, your marketing campaigns are only as good as what you put into it. That's the other thing. Now, this isn't really a trend, but I can see the speed of everything just speeding up. Like, we currently cannot take 10 days to send a CV. Like, that's crazy. I believe it or not, I see it. But things need to be happening in minutes or hours. The agencies that I think will get ahead are the ones who realise the trend, it needs to be in speed.
What's the biggest risk right now for agencies that are, trying to figure out how to grow and scale? And
the biggest risk I believe agencies have is that they don't have anyone in-house to drive what's going to happen. Like, the CEO shouldn't really be building AI agents, nor should a consultant. You need someone to own that. We need someone who is going to manage that, own that, and know what they're doing and see it through end to end. Otherwise, your consultants are going to be doing stuff they shouldn't be doing. The CEO is going to be spending 2 weeks building an AI agent that never gets used and actually isn't great. You need someone to, if you don't have someone in-house, fine, but you need someone to own it, because the technology and the data and the AI is now too big to not dedicate resource to.
Ownership, accountability,
Yeah.
I think are critical.
Now it's time for our quick fire questions. Tea or coffee?
Coffee, every time.
How do you have it?
With milk, a little milk, no sugar.
Best career advice?
Get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Love that. How would your team describe you?
I would say in the details, supportive and challenging.
Describe yourself in one word.
Inquisitive.
Ooh. Who is a leader that you admire?
Oh, there's a lot. A leader that I admire. Can I say my grandfather?
Yeah, why?
Oh, he was so cool. He just led with integrity, really brought everyone he worked with up, and did amazing things in the community in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow. Very wholesome.
Yeah.
Office work or remote work?
I love office work. I'm in the office at least 4 days a week. There's something about being surrounded by good people, pushing boundaries, and collaborating and winning together.
Brilliant. And finally, early bird or a night owl?
Early bird. I'm forced to be a night owl, just sort of given the way things work, but I do my best in the morning.
Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to give the fish and chips a 9 out of 10. What did you think?
I thought it was delicious, especially for my first. So I don't have much to compare it to, but I'd go with an 8 out of 10.
Okay, I personally think the chips were a little soggy, but the tartar sauce, excellent.
Excellent. I agree. I did. I liked it.
Thanks for joining. We will see you next time. Ta-ta! Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Authentic.
Nightmare.
Do you have a napkin?
That was going so well. It wouldn't be a Holly Langley meal without me getting food everywhere.